Okay, it's time for 3 News Now. For that, we bring in our digital anchor, Stephanie Haney.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hello, Laura and Isabel. And you know, this first story, this is really something, because if the people who live in East Palestine haven't had it hard enough, we're now learning that 3 former Republican political staffers have been fined for a scam tied to the toxic train derailment. This is tied to a fake charity called Ohio Clean Water Fund that they were running that claimed to be collecting cash to help victims of the train derailment. Well, now the 3 men have agreed to pay more than $50,000 in restitution and penalties in Ohio for their roles in this scam. Isaiah Wortman and Luke Mahoney of WAMA Strategies will pay more than $22,000 to a food bank, plus $3,000 in investigative costs and fees. And Michael Pepple, co-founder of the fraudulent charity, needs to pay $25,000 and has agreed that he'll never start, run, or solicit for any charity in the state ever again. Now, these men have worked for U.S. Representatives Marjorie Taylor Greene and Elise Stefanik and State Senator Michael Rulli. Now, has something ever showed up to your house addressed to you that you didn't order? And if so, have you ever wondered, is it okay to keep this without paying for it? Well, that answer is yes. That's according to the United States Postal Service, the UPS, and the Federal Trade Commission. The most common example of this is when a charity sends you free return address labels or stickers, hoping that'll encourage you to donate to their cause. But you are not under any obligation to do that, and you can keep those labels if you want to. This also applies to free samples. A recipient does not have to do anything to keep what they have received. Even if the sender asks you to do something like write a review of their item, it is not necessary. And you're in the clear to keep it and do nothing else. But you can always return the item to the sender if that makes you feel more comfortable. All right, now for our question of the day. As the summer begins to wind down, we want to know, what are your kids most excited about when it comes to going back to school? Post your comment on the WKYC Facebook page, and we'll talk about it during 3 News at 5 o'clock. And Laura and Isabel, I'm going to ask you to go back in time. Do you remember, what was it that got you excited about going back to school when you were little?
Ooh. I remember I loved walking in and getting to know your new classmates and all the seating assignments. Like, am I going to be sat next to my best friend or the cute boy or what have you?
I love that.
I always loved kind of feeling out the classroom. What about you?
I love to decorate my locker and to reunite with my besties. Shout out to the Rat Pack. Still my best friends. And yeah, what about you, Steph?
That's very sweet. I always got really excited when class lists went up in elementary school, so I could see if I was going to be in the class with my friends, or if I saw any new names on there that I didn't remember from the year before. That was really exciting for me.
You are friendly. You like to involve everyone, so that makes sense. Nothing's changed. Steph, thanks so much. We appreciate you.
No problem.